Welcome back, folks. Let me get you updated on where we are now. This is my 1985 GMC pickup. I got the exhaust finished and I get in the truck to fire it up to get you a clip of, how it sounds. As soon as I fire it up, there's the distinct sound of an unhappy lifter. Shut it off and ultimately pulled the valve cover off the top of it. And the number 8 exhaust valve was just loosey-goosey. Ended up pulling the intake and pulling it out, and there was a collapsed lifter. So I'm actually gonna pull this flat tappet cam out of here and go back with a roller cam, because this block is a ZZ350 from Chevrolet Performance, and it's a roller block. I'm gonna tear everything down. Anyways, gonna get started. So I've got everything taken off, the motor that I need to get the camshaft out. Got all the rockers loosened up and push rods taken out and the lifters taken out. And I took 2 long bolts and stuck in the bolt holes of the camshaft. And now I'm going to use that as like a handle to try to get this out without destroying the cam bearings. And I'll probably have to pull it out to a certain point where I can get it to rest on the cam bearing and then take these out, because I probably won't be able to get the cab out with. I may even have to take this stupid AC condenser out as well, but we'll see. So, bought a new 3-jaw puller. It's a gear wrench. It's actually pretty nice, and as you can see, it's working pretty good. So to answer your question, how do you get the timing gear off of a small block Chevy? You do it this way. It's a 17mm down here. I got one of those fancy ratcheting wrenches to get it off there, and it's coming off pretty smooth and easy right now. So I'm sure there's many disasters to come in the future. Boop, and it's off. I got the new timing gear, and I've got it, we're gonna run it straight up, or I'm sorry, straight up. I've got a Performance Tube harmonic balancer installer, pressing this on here. It seems to be working okay. I'm gonna stab in a Howard's hydraulic roller cam. I got a set of Howard's hydraulic lifters, roller in nature, and I got a Howard's cam. Howard's came with a sticker too. So this is a roller cam. I talked to Howard's, and they said you could use a standard iron gear and a standard push rod, or a fuel pump push rod. So score on that. But what are the specs on this unit? It's got 216 degrees of duration at 50 thousandths lift on the intake and 224 on the exhaust. That's advertised duration of 268 and 276 on the exhaust, and the lift on the intake is 495 and on the exhaust is 500. It's supposed to have a noticeable idle. Okay, so you should be able to hear it idle. That's good. But let's get this thing stuck in. Oh yeah, it said winning starts here on both boxes, so I'm not sure which one to put in first. I'm probably gonna go with the cam because it may be hard to get the cam in once the lifters are in. I don't know, we'll try. All right, so I've got the cam. I got some Moroso Moly lube that I've lubed the first journal and the cam gear, and this second journal I've got a real light coating on. Need to get some oil to put on those lobes. What's up?
I just come in here like this.
Oh, they're dirty? It's okay, it's what dudes do. It's alright, I'm not mad at all, man.
This is okay.
It doesn't bother you?
Paper towel.
Can you give me just a second?
Okay, yeah.
Alright, good job, buddy.
Daddy,
Yes, sir.
my hands. I feel my hands are black.
Are they black? They are kind of black.
Yeah.
There you go, bud. So I'm going to install the cam plate, or cam retaining plate now. I'm going to use a little blue Loctite to keep my screw bolt things here at home for the duration of this experience. Hang on. Tight. And that's in. I go ahead and install all the lifters and get those in there, put the keepers on them. So I got the keepers and the spider tray installed, and coincidentally, the cam bolts from the front of the cam on the snout of it are the exact same size that what goes into the block to hold the spider tray down. I bought the spider tray from Summit Racing. It's a Summit version, and it doesn't come with these bolts for whatever reason. It's a stupid, dumb. It should come with it. Anyways, I digress. Got it in there. Had to put some washers in here because it's not quite the right height, but they fit down in there pretty good. Seems to be okay for the moment. I'm gonna throw the old whatchamadoodle on the front. That'd be the timing gear, and start measuring for push rod lengths. I bought a Comp Cam's push rod adjuster, or adjustable push rod measuring tool, and it's a piece of crap, but it's what I've got. All right, folks, I got the cam installed. I got the timing gear and chain on it. And I've got the spider tray and the lifters and the keepers and all in place. And I measured for a push rod, and it looks like it's going to probably take a stock push rod length for like a Vortex style engine, which is like in the 7.2 range. My push rod checker is a shade long. I'm going to guesstimate and shoot for 7.2 and get a set of those in, and I'll check again and see how she measures up. And we'll go from there. So I've got everything back together. I've actually got the truck fired up and it runs. pretty okay. The carburetor needs to be set. That's some issues, but I got it set at about 14 degrees of timing on the advance. And I'm missing the throttle bracket to make the carburetor and the transmission and the vortex heads all work together. Apparently I'm the first guy ever to put a Edelbrock carburetor on a set of vortex heads in a square body, because the daggum throttle linkage mount is near impossible to find. The ones you find don't fit, and it's just a pain. So I got to figure out something. Low Car makes one that I've got on another truck that's kind of a universally specific thing or whatever. So I'm gonna give that a shot, but let's fire this thing up and see how it does. Auto wipers? Can't make them go off. We'll see ya.